Welcome to Low Budget D&D. I'm Oliver, your DM, and this is episode 3. So, when we left off, you all had just spoken to the United Front about searching for the Archmage, right?
Yeah.
Cock and ball torture.
Yep. Do we cut that?
No,
we cut that. We don't cut any of this. Okay.
We keep those.
We keep all that. Okay. So, you guys clarified that you did actually rent rooms in an inn. So, I'm gonna just go out on a limb and say you guys rested there. It's now morning, maybe around 9 or 10, whenever you guys would normally wake up.
I feel rested at around 9 or 10 in the morning.
Yeah. Yep.
Are you drawing those penises in character?
Yes.
How much?
Okay, so where are they? Like info loss?
Just
carve into the wall.
Yeah, just like carved into the side of the building.
Okay. So
just carved penis.
yeah, when you wake up in the morning, there's gonna be like papers over walls where you carved in dicks, and I think everyone around is just gonna kind of be like looking at the paper covering the walls, and I wonder why that paper's there. Yeah, it's a real mystery, isn't it?
Who knows? We should get the Scooby Gang on this case.
The Scooby Gang.
The Scooby Gang.
Who are the Scooby Gang, might I ask? Miss Rin.
That's what our party's called now.
No, it's not.
We're Mr.
I'm the party squad right there.
Hey. I mean, we're doing detective work to find a mage.
Adventurers Incorporated.
No.
That's the closest I'll give you to an actual real world thing.
Adventures Incorporated it is.
Ollie, how much
And I mean, we
cost
have our...
cost for a...
I'm gonna make it
little
1
boots
gold
here.
for room and board for however long you guys are staying.
Please do well.
+1.
That's not
Scooby Gang
small.
+1.
At least
Yes.
I can transform into a direwolf.
Can you wild shape into a direwolf for?
Wait, so we have woken up?
Huh?
We have woken up.
Yes, you have woken up.
I will don my great axe,
Yeah,
hand axes, and javelins.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It could be.
Too bad.
I would like to don my chainmail.
Look like a
Nice. So your chainmail is now donned.
Wow.
You doffed it last night as you were getting ready to go to sleep and rest. Yes, you did.
I'm
Okay.
gonna don my armor, put up my hood, and cast Alter Self to...
Your classic elven shape, yeah? High elf, okay.
I'm gonna get dressed for the day.
Get dressed?
Yeah.
You sure you don't want to put on any of your armor?
I don't have any.
How about weapons?
I'll strap some weapons on.
Okay, which weapons might I ask?
All of them.
All of them.
All of them.
Every
All of them
weapon?
one short
Okay.
sword. All of them.
Does he just have a short
I
sword?
think so.
Is it
I
just a
have
short
a
sword?
short sword. I have 10 darts. I have a dagger. I have.
Are you like strapping the darts to your
That's it.
chest in a bandolier?
Yeah, Chewbacca style.
Okay,
No.
okay.
I'm gonna use my disguise thing to become a human that is 4'20".
Okay, 4'20" works for me. 4'20" precisely.
Scimitars in the sheath, and then I'll spend a spell slot.
You know, if Scooby Doo's a great gang, how the fuck isn't he dead? They
Okay.
They
Just a
last
heads
a
up,
lot
if
longer
you
than
do
Logan
run into
Dead.
someone, they will notice that you have armor and weapons, but they won't see it. Okay?
I hope what I just said.
Fuck, how does that make any sense?
Huh?
You should be able
They
to do
just know?
No, it's they feel it, but they don't see
Right.
it. So they can feel very distinctly some armor and weapons at his side and on him, but they still won't see it.
Also, with disguise self, I would like to make my dick look a little bigger to the outside.
A little bit bigger?
Yeah.
So how big is it normally?
Go around like 9 inches.
Okay, so your dick is
Oh.
now canon 9 inches.
How
And
are
what does it look like now?
How are
Now
you doing
it
today?
looks like a nice. It kind of looks like a third leg.
Okay.
Can you calm down?
So, if you attempt to make that known and believe, I will have you roll some sort of deception check.
Or he could just whip it out and it would be that big.
If you whip it out, it's intimidation. You conceal it.
Yeah.
Deception.
Okay, I'll allow that. You now have a natural
Performance check when
intimidation
you got her
weapon.
lying down.
Okay, so after these antics in y'all's different rooms, what are you guys gonna do throughout the capital?
Frederick just woke up, I must say.
Oh, your mom!
Okay, what's Frederick doing as he wakes up? Sorry, what was that?
He has to shit. Frederick has to shit.
Okay.
Yes, how dilapidated Frederick is.
Do you
Huh?
need some help,
Can I ask
Frederick?
how dilapidated?
Actually, as you guys were going to the inn, you guys rented rooms. You guys were going to rent rooms in.
I got
You
nothing
did
to say,
notice that
Frederick.
Frederick did look a little like his fur was a little matted. He did look like he was a little falling apart. But now in the morning, Frederick just appears pristine, better than ever. Really.
That's what it was.
So, Frederick has to take a shit.
He just did. He did it on the floor.
Okay.
Oh.
The tavern, the
How does that
innkeeper
work?
is going to charge you
Can
for
I-
that.
Can I go? Oh,
He didn't
wait.
see it though.
Before,
No, he'll find it.
Stealth.
I don't even. What? You could shove it under the bed or something?
Stealth.
He's not in the room with you.
No, it's sleight of hand.
Okay, roll stealth for nothing, I guess.
That's a 11.
Okay, you successfully stealth against literally nothing.
Good job. Wow.
See if you can paste it on the rafters above.
That empty
Yeah,
air.
can I smear up the poop into a paste and start
Just like paint
I'm
is
gonna
there a
say
wall that is like the
It
same
was.
color?
I'm gonna say the consistency actually wasn't proper to make paste. It's actually a very solid shit.
Oh,
Add some
he's
water
great.
to you.
Yeah, how Frederick shat in the first
Ollie.
place.
Huh?
Ollie.
How did he shit in the first place?
Frederick's a living being.
Yeah.
Just
Oh
shit.
my god.
So like you're like in your anus, it just like it compresses it and just like
Wait.
squeezes it outwards. Like it's like here. Do you need a diagram?
No.
Okay, so we'll need a
I
diagram.
don't think he needs a
I don't
diagram.
think we should do this.
I think we're okay on
It's
camera
too-
to not
it's
do
too-
that.
It's too bright
Does
to
he-
appear on
does
camera. I
he-
tried to write cock and ball torture and show it to the camera.
Is
Okay, but you did show it to us though.
Yeah, I did show it to you.
Yeah, that was funny.
Is Z's like arm in Frederick still, or is Frederick just kind of like perched on his shoulder?
I don't know. Z, would you care to enlighten us?
I just saw a puppet.
But he's a living being.
I'm winking. Puppet, winking. I don't know. It's supposed to be
Alright,
funny.
So Colin,
Oh,
You don't
this is roughly
okay.
how you
Frederick will be my companion.
Okay.
yeah.
So he's on your shoulder.
He
Yeah.
still looks like a puppet though, but he's like whiz.
It's
Yes.
because it pinches your
Yeah,
left hip.
Frederick is a living being. I'm just making that canon. He
Not
is a
know
living.
that?
The god
No.
Zimernal. I'm pretty sure it was
You did.
Zimernal. Let me check Zimernal real quick. I wrote it down in my notes.
He had a laugh fit in.
But,
A
they-
god
they-
made
they
Frederick
recommend
living.
Popping a fat squat or getting.
So,
getting a little
are you
stool in
guys
front of
going
you.
to be
That way you
exiting
don't
your
pinch
room
left
I
hip.
at
know,
any
they
time?
told me where to go for
I
the
will
map.
be
Yeah,
going
Huh?
down
They
to
told me
the.
where to go for the map.
That's
Yeah,
not
you'll be
way
going up to
advertised.
Merchantville
You wanna go
to
business
find a
make your
cartographer.
stores
I'm gonna
for
go
once?
down to the lobby and wait for
I thought we
Logan.
can make some nice
I heard
handcrafted
this,
stores.
yesterday.
Okay.
I would love to accompany him.
So, we now have Ost and Vinny waiting in the tavern area of the inn.
I'll head down to the tavern. I need to go to the jewelers
The jewelers, okay.
and the blacksmiths.
Yeah.
I need some breakfast.
You need some breakfast,
Ah.
okay.
Yeah.
That's a mighty
I would
fine
like
cock
to-
you have there, Andrew. That looks just scrumptious.
This is, I think this is something we
I've
should
been
cut.
told to speak louder, so I
I
want
was
to
gonna believe about Jacob.
Yeah.
Just never allow Jacob to speak, yeah. Yep. We just cut all audio there.
No,
Yo.
we're not gonna just add the bleep.
Okay, works for me. So, we now have Z, Rin, Ost, and Vinny all within the
I would
lobby.
like to
Um,
go to the lobby.
wait,
I wanna
okay.
get my-
So now
That's not
everyone
right.
has mysteriously entered the tavern
Why is it
on-
mysterious?
at the same time. You've all mysteriously chosen to go downstairs at nearly the exact same time. And as you open your doors,
Hey,
it's one of those it's one of those cartoonish things where
Yeah, that's
everyone
right.
opens their doors at once, and
Nice.
some
And then our theme song
instrumentals
plays.
some instrumentals start
Cartoonish.
cueing from the heavens,
Just like
and
really, like, really distorted and scuffed Fred Friends theme. Just like super high and super low, just going.
The patrons passing in the hall, the people, other people with rooms that were going either to or from the tavern, as they're walking by, they hear this instrumental, and they kind of look around a little bit, and they shrug, keep walking.
Can I give Frederick a fist bump?
Yeah, you can.
Like
Is Frederick going to give him a fist bump?
Frederick doesn't know how to do that. I haven't trained him.
to make a very shitty version.
You may have punched him off my shoulder.
Us
I don't
just
know.
holds up a fist for a fist
Yeah.
bump. Frederick,
Sounds horrible.
insert voice.
Oh fuck!
Never mind. You'll
Okay.
learn soon enough.
Okay.
All right.
So, y'all are in the tavern beneath the inn, and, Vinny said he was going to go to a cartographer in Merchantville. What is everyone else doing?
I want to go to the jeweler still.
The jewelers? Okay.
There's a place called Merchantville.
Yeah, okay. So, as you guys were in the United Front building, the people telling you about the maps and anything around the city, when they were speaking about shops, they always referred to, oh, just go up to Merchantville, and, you'll find them.
I see. I want some Reiki.
Brekkie, okay. So the innkeeper will, as you walk up to the bar, hey, what do you want? Brekkie, okay. What do you want?
What do you have?
Most breakfast things. I mean, really, we got some bread. We've got a couple of potatoes. Some eggs. I'm afraid we're fresh out of eggs. Our shipment has been delayed. We're not quite sure what's happened to it, but we have most everything. A potato? Okay. Would you like any beverage to go with that? Okay, so that singular potato, raw potato, will be 1 silver piece.
You have to do conversions.
What's the
So-
conversion? Is it
1 to 100.
1 to 100?
Wait, so Vinny.
That's what I always run it as, because I don't want to do 1 to 10, because I'm lazy.
Wait, the map is not at the general, correct?
Oh, we gotta go to Merchant.
Oh,
You have to go to Merchantville to
not.
find a cartographer to
I
get a
want to
map.
go to Merchantville.
Well, 100 Electrum is 1 gold.
Can I go to
And 100 silver is
all
1.
my gold pieces to copper pieces. Actually, no. No, copper pieces are. When you encounter those while you play, I want the pristine. I want some electrum
Okay,
pieces.
I take my potato and I
Hold
bite
on that.
into it as if it were an apple.
Okay, so as you just take this potato, and it's a raw potato, so it's a slightly hard potato, really. You
Oh,
bite it, and there is a
potatoes are so
slightly
happy.
crisp sound to it, and your saliva dribbles down as if the juice of an apple would. And all of the other the patrons sitting to your left and right, they look at you, and it's sheer confusion, really. They've never seen someone eat a raw potato in such a way, and certainly never seen a half-elf salivate quite so much at a raw potato.
Exquisite.
The innkeeper, he's fashioning some stew for lunch that day, and he looks over his shoulder at you. Glad you like it, sir. Glad you like it, sir. Yeah. And he just turns back to what he's doing and shakes his head slightly. He does not see your thumbs up, I'm afraid.
Can I enter
Here,
towards the
you wanna
bar?
come with
Huh?
us?
Can I enter towards the bar?
The bar's full.
Merchant land. Land of merchants.
Can I stand in the middle of
Stuff.
the area and scream, I smell some stew!
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
Wanna
And the
come?
innkeeper is going to say, it's not actually ready yet.
Yeah.
This is for
All
lunch
right.
in approximately 3 hours, give or take.
Oh,
Are the
So,
are the potatoes softened yet in the stew pot, or are they nice?
it's
and
not
fresh?
potatoes, it's a vegetable stew.
It's a vegetable stew.
Yeah.
Who are you, a bitch? Okay. You're a very respectable man, sir.
The innkeeper goes, I appreciate your jest, ma'am. Just deadpan, staring straight at you, really. Has the ladle that he was using to stir the stew, and he's staring at you. just staring.
Can I go up to him and ask for a small tankard of ale?
Yeah, so
Or
he
a
pulls
smaller
out.
tankard.
He pulls out. It looks like a miniature tankard, roughly the size of a shot glass.
Oh no! Do you have like a tiny bit bigger of a cup?
Do you have one the size of Logan's bicep?
No, I don't want one that. Well, how big
Hold
is
on.
that?
That's pretty
So
small.
you say that you want a slightly larger tankard, and he goes, "Okay." I mean, you asked for it. He reaches down beneath the bar, and with both hands, he pulls out just a barrel-sized tankard and sets it on the bar. He's like, "You sure you want this, man?"
Never mind. I'll come back later.
Come back later. Okay.
I'm not that thirsty.
I'm gonna give the bartender a kiss.
You're blowing the bartender a
I
kiss.
did earlier. You weren't watching.
No, he was staring like to your left.
Yeah, I know. I was very. I'm upset with you.
Why would you be upset with me? The innkeeper wasn't looking at you.
I'm upset with you.
Yes.
How much for that pig?
Oh, that'll be 10 gold pieces.
Guys, we can do cake stands now.
So,
Very hard to pull off.
who needs to go to sleep? As the half elf grabs this barrel
He's a
sized.
half-elf?
Yeah.
Oh.
You need help there?
Yeah.
You need
So he
help?
grabs this
Doors.
barrel sized tankard, and can you actually roll a? I'm gonna have you roll a strength check real
Well,
quick.
can I go over and assist Colin? Or can I go over and assist him carrying it?
Sure. Roll a strength check. Then.
I'll go assist
Huh?
him.
22.
Okay. And we'll wait and see what Rin gets.
That is a 10.
Okay. So
Wait,
No
no,
help.
nope.
Literally no help.
It's a 12.
a 12.
'Cause
Okay.
I'm proficient in strength.
So it's not a save. It's a
Yeah,
check.
It's a flat.
So 10.
Yeah.
So the sheer just difference in strength, you guys are picking it up, and it starts slipping down towards Rin, and this tabaxi kind of enters a more cat-like stance and just catches the tankard with her cat-like reflexes, if you will.
Meow.
Question of continuity.
Yeah.
What room am I in?
You're in the tavern.
Yeah, but like, what room am I staying in?
Oh, you're staying in room 3.
Question of continuity.
Yes.
What room am I in?
You're in room 6.
What room am I in?
Room 2.
Tonight
Yeah.
at 9 o'clock. What room am I in?
Oh, you're in room 12.
I'm on the second or the third floor. Hey, you.
No, it's just a really long inn.
Hey, you.
Oh.
Yeah,
I'll
pointy
just take this keg to room 3.
Alright, Abdul.
Can I ask the bartender, is there any points of interest that I should definitely check
I mean,
out
if
since
we
I'm
keep
doing
this
full
with
off?
us, we'll always have a source
Really,
of
our
liquid to keep
gardens
us nice
down in
and
the green,
fresh on the road.
they're down in the southern portion of the city, relatively close to the commons, but the greens are really a beautiful sight.
We're gonna do
I'd recommend checking them out. Yeah.
Okay, then I want to leave the tavern and go towards any weapon shop, just like a normal.
Okay, so you don't actually know where the blacksmiths are.
Was there like a map in the tavern?
No.
Yeah. Well, I'll just start going walking around.
Is there
Okay.
any table of women?
I'll say the only women in the tavern are Rin and a few accompanied by groups of men.
Let me rest this on the table.
I'm good.
You're good? Okay.
I'm good.
So Ost has begun wandering town looking for a weapons shop.
I would
So,
like to exit the tavern, go to the direction where they told me to go.
to Merchantville?
Yeah, the Mercantile.
Merchantville, okay. So,
I would like to accompany.
Huh?
I would like to accompany.
so you're accompanying Vinny?
Vinny.
Okay. So we have Rin
Does that mean
and
we're
Vinny
done?
going towards Merchantville.
Does that mean we're done moving the keg?
Yeah. The keg is up in room 3.
Okay, I'm going with
Okay.
Oh.
So we now
That
have
wasn't
3 people going to
due.
Merchantville, and we have Ost wandering.
I'll go there because I kind of need to sell my jewels.
Going to Merchantville? Okay.
Yes.
So we now have 4 people going to Merchantville and Ost wandering. So,
Surprise round.
just,
Can I yell back? I'll meet you guys back at the inn tavern.
Love you.
Alright, homie.
yeah, so you guys now know that at the end of the day, you all will be at the inn, and if you're not at the inn, there's something wrong.
Yes.
So we're all traveling I'm with Z and Frederick and stuff,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, you're just
Alright,
walking along the
Frederick,
roads.
This next tune's for you. And I bust out my
I
harmonica.
don't like how nasally you just said that.
This is how I'm gonna talk the whole campaign.
Oh, fuck.
Boys. At least I'm talking in character. But and then I want to like kind of buzz like the Dr. Cooper Schwarzy Incorporated thing,
Okay.
and then give Frederick the Bardic inspiration again.
Okay.
I think the other one were
Guys.
Yeah.
Oh, and
Yes.
Frederick, before we go, I'll give you
The
another good
official
trade of mine.
trailer for Candace Against the Multiverse came out today. We should watch
Hey,
the
Tony.
premiere.
Hey, Z, you should teach Frederick how to talk.
Wait.
Another
He knows how to talk.
No, I mean like.
Oh, right, yeah.
Maybe some parent talk?
Teach him some common sense stuff.
Huh?
He's on your
Teach him some
shoulder.
common sense stuff.
Z, Frederick's on your shoulder.
He hops down every now and
Oh, okay.
Okay.
You guys talking about my boy?
We're trying to see how we can help him out.
This is out of character. But
Yeah.
now I'm gonna extend my second spell slot of the day.
Okay.
Cast Cure Wounds on Frederick.
Okay. As you cast Cure Wounds, Frederick just kind of perks up a little.
I like
He-
Does he
it.
start to not look rotten anymore?
Oh, he was already looking pristine. As I clarified
I didn't
earlier.
know that.
Oh.
I clarified that earlier, yeah.
Logan just likes the perky ones.
I feel like I just got my uppers.
I'm not laughing.
As
I'm
I
laughing.
as I'm wandering, can I ask like a patron walking down the street?
A Patreon.
Did someone say join our Patreon?
Donate $1 to name an NPC today.
Or donate $10 or whatever it is and do something. I don't know.
Is
We've
it
got
set
romance
up?
tiers.
I don't know. I should do that.
I set up the tiers. That's
Oh,
all.
the
can I
tiers.
ask,
the tiers are good.
Okay.
where a blacksmith is?
Yeah. So as you're walking around, you see a fairly kind looking individual walking down the street, and as you walk up
Can
to
you
this,
clarify kind of looking? How does someone look kind?
yeah. So it's someone that's not
Every
grumpy.
day
They're
when
not
you're walking down the
disheveled
street.
in any way. They're not walking along in a an unfriendly manner, if you will. They're walking with slight purpose, but not arrogance.
You're saying there's a dance vibe.
Yes, that is exactly what I'm saying. So, as you ask this individual, hey, do you know where I would find a blacksmith? This individual goes, oh yeah, just head down to the Silent. It's actually just along this road. Really, you go along another 500 feet or so, take a left, and just keep going straight. You can't miss them.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna.
Okay. So
Also, tell me when an hour's left of this guy still.
okay, yeah, I will do. And as you approach where this individual said the blacksmith would be, you notice clanging and you notice a bunch of shouting. Really, the opposite of what you expected when someone described the area as the Silence. But as you wander along, you're seeing soot-covered blacksmiths hammering away at weapons and armor. Individuals? No, I'm afraid not. But yeah, so really there are a good number of blacksmiths.
Okay, I'm gonna go. Is there like any store front? Or is
No,
it just-
really, it's fairly open. It's they don't seem
Farmer's
connected.
market?
In some ways, yeah. So each blacksmith and their forge, their bellows, they do have barrels full of weapons and small racks with armor. Some in more finished states than others.
I want to go to the kind of not shop, just people closest to me and
Okay.
search through one of the barrels for just any kind of dagger.
Okay, yeah, so you go to a fairly short barrel where smaller weapons appear to be held, and as you're looking through, you find some older daggers. They appear. The hilt is a little worn here and there. The pommel has nicks. The blade is slightly dull. But as you're looking through the barrel, you find what looks like a very new dagger, really shiny, polished, sharp as the day it was made, it seems. And as you take it out of the barrel, the blacksmith working the bellows closest to you goes, that's a mighty fine weapon. Finished it myself just over a week ago. Hasn't lost its shine. Proud of that one.
How much is it?
It will be roughly, if I remember how much this is priced at, it's gonna be roughly 5 gold pieces.
What can I take one of the older ones and have you sharpen it for me really quick for 4?
I will allow that. Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna just take one of like the older ones, and I just say I just want it sharpened.
So there's a slight wear to the hilts. You find the pommel has lost its shine, and the blades slightly scratched in places. The blacksmith takes it, says, "Okay, I'll have it sharpened in a few hours."
Okay, I'll come back for it.
Okay, sounds good. And now we're gonna go back to the rest of the party. You guys are going towards Merchantville. So what are you guys doing?
I want to find that jeweler store. I want to follow Andrew.
I'm gonna go to the jeweler store.
What?
as well.
No.
What is the
you already said
pattern
we're going
like
to those for.
on? Like, are we like still in town? Or are we like past the
You're in town. It's cobbled paths.
Wait, is the blacksmith not in the merchant area?
No.
Oh.
The way the city is set up, the laborers, the people doing physical labor at their storefronts, they're generally set up farther away from those just selling and receiving goods.
Like really fine thing.
On our way there, do I like see an armory? I don't like.
No, you're not going to see an armory until you're a well way into Merchantville.
But I will see it on the way.
In Merchantville, yes.
Okay.
So, as you guys are approaching Merchantville, actually, you're going to hear some shouts, some haggling, gold clinking.
What does gold clinking sound like?
Really, I mean, it's fairly...
That sounds like a dice being rolled on a plastic table.
Would you care to hear a better representation of what gold clinking sounds like?
I would like to hear a better representation.
Okay, let me just get out my gold pieces.
That is a very good representation of what gold clinking sounds like. Alright. I'll just add
Free
this to my
money!
inventory.
No, those are copper pieces.
Alright, I now have 4 copper pieces.
Alright,
I can buy a potato with this.
you can.
I thought potatoes were 1 silver.
Or-
Not the ones that are fresh out of the earth. So do we see this
Haggling?
Yes, do you see that? Like, do you
Haggling
see it?
is literally just, hey, can you give that to me for a little cheaper?
Okay, well,
These
this
coins
just
smell
see
very
like,
much like
whatever you say.
Yeah, people are haggling all over, really.
Oh,
I
Is that
see
what that
one of them
technically
has
is?
Yeah.
wings.
Huh?
Do we happen to see one of them hagelings anywhere?
Hey, can I get
Halflings? Yeah, they're all
You
over.
know why I say the hageling? Do we see
I just made a little bit
of them hagelings?
I'm not quite sure what these hagglings are, but you do see people haggling, and the
Okay.
halflings running through the crowd. You do notice
You
those
seem
as
to be
well.
overpronouncing your H's there, champ.
Haggling and halflings, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Haggling?
No, haggling.
Giggling?
Not quite.
Giggling.
You're very close. Haggling?
Googling.
Okay,
Oh.
you're getting a little bit farther away here. If you say
Hogwarts?
haggling,
Hagrid.
Hagrid!
There we go. Okay, let's continue.
so as you guys are shouting out, haggling, hoogling, higgling, Hagrid, all of the people are just gonna kind of quiet within a couple of feet of you. Higgling.
We'll just have it cut
Yes.
out. Great. I'll just come right back and break it back.
Yes.
Breaking Bad,
Break
methamphetamine.
it back.
Okay. Anyways, yeah. So you guys are now in Merchantville.
Want to see that armory that you saw?
What
Yeah,
location?
so you're gonna see a couple of people selling made goods of the armor and weapon variety.
I would like to go up to one of these shops.
I would
Okay.
also like to do so.
I would like
Okay.
to look for the jeweler sign.
Me too.
Okay. Okay, so we're gonna handle the armory people first because they found an armory. And as you enter, there's gonna be a half-orc attendant there, and they're going to, in a fairly gruff voice, What are you looking for?
So, sir,
What was that? You just changed your voice.
did?
Yeah.
Sir, I say sir!
Initially it was nasally, and now it's like
Boy,
kind of southern.
I
boy, I said, boy, get your ass over here, boy,
Alright,
get your
sir.
ass, boy, get over here, boy.
Alright, sir. I'm looking for some, like, studded leather.
What?
Studded leather?
Yeah, like the armor, you know, like leather, but, like, it's better.
Are you a weakling?
Yes, I
Can't handle plate?
Let me hit you with my
That is correct,
baseball
that's
bat.
correct. Like, look at me, bro. I'm not shit. I'm trying to help homie out.
Try some plate.
For some reason, they
I can't wear a plate. That's too heavy.
Baseball.
As you say, I can't wear plate. That's too heavy. This half orc is just gonna reach out a single arm, grab a chest piece, and just kind of slam it over your head. And I'm gonna have you make a strength save real quick.
That's
A 7. So as this half orc kind of just drops this plate onto your shoulders, your knees are gonna buckle a little bit, and you're gonna go onto your knees. And, oh man, that was pretty heavy. So how do you exclaim to that?
By the way,
I'm just gonna like, so I'm on my knees, right?
Yes.
I'm just gonna crawl out of there like a 4-year-old.
Crawl out of the store.
Yes.
Wait.
Okay. The half orc.
Mr. DM, sir, let me
Yeah.
ask real quick. Does he not catch himself on his obvious third leg?
I'm afraid he doesn't.
Ah.
Because I'll be on my knees and stuff.
Yeah, but like.
Oh, okay.
So as you're crawling out of the store, you feel the half orc just his hand just closes around the plate behind you and just pulls it off of you as you're crawling and says, "Get out of here, weakling."
What does it look like I'm doing?
Shut up.
Did I smell that?
Huh?
It smells like bitch.
Man, it smells like furry.
Excuse me, sir.
So you're also in the armory, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay. As you see Vinny have this plate slammed onto him, and he crawls out, and this very intimidating, really, this half-orc keeps just saying very demeaning things to Vinny. What are you going to do?
I mean, Vinny.
I would like to approach the half orc.
Okay.
I would like to say, "How are you doing today, sir?"
This weakling just came in here and couldn't even handle a nice plate armor.
Yeah, I don't know that guy.
So, do you guys buy?
Yeah, we do.
Are you guys buy? So, I have come across this magical scimitar in my travels. Would you be interested in such a thing?
A scimitar imbued with the arcane powers? I must say I'm interested.
This scimitar will warn you of danger approaching.
That could be quite useful around my store.
So, how much will you give me?
Shit, did I not
I'll
write down
give you
what I put off the bandits?
15 gold pieces.
Yeah, I
Are you serious? Is this some sort of prank? Are you messing
I
with
said
me?
I'll give you 15 gold pieces.
60.
60? You must be crazy.
60.
You must be crazy. 30.
60.
30.
60, final offer.
30. Or get out.
Alright, I'm out of here.
the half orc just kind of grumbles to himself
Did
about
I
you.
hear that, all of this? Did I hear any of this?
I'll say you were still like fairly close to the doorway.
Okay. Is my disguise stuff still up?
Yeah, it's still.
Alright. I'm not afraid, so I can stand up, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna stand up and wet out my fat cock knock. Yo. Give him the deal.
As you say that, this half orc goes, "I thought you didn't know him.
He's just a good Samaritan.
He couldn't handle plates.
Yeah, but
Can't
do you
handle
see
my
what he's
gigantic.
packing?
What kind of good salamander? What kind of good salamander can't handle plate?"
Apparently,
I don't know this guy, but he does have a fat schlong.
Is it
You are right about that.
So how about it? 60 gold?
I'll give you 50.
Deal.
Okay. This orc holds out this half orc, I should say, holds out a coin purse towards you and drops it into your hands and takes the scimitar and runs his hand along the blade, admires its fine craftsmanship.
I get out of there real quick.
Okay.
Before he realizes it's broken.
I just fall shortly behind.
Out of character.
Yeah?
Did you by chance write down the contents of what I looted and put in the carriage?
No, that was entirely your duty.
So I'm gonna round down.
Yeah.
Guess that it's about 5 broken leather armor, 5 crossbows, and 5 swords.
Roughly, yeah.
Three swords is each of 2.
Oh yeah, 3 swords.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll.
There's also that weird deck.
Yeah, as you're leaving the store, you hear this scimitar of warning. You hear it say, just fairly faintly, "Uh-oh."
Wait, did he say uh-oh when it got sold?
Yeah.
Can I actually go into the armorers real quick?
You went off in a different direction looking for the jeweler.
Oh, okay. No, because I need to I just didn't know if we'd left yet.
No, you had gone in a different
I'll just
direction.
go back there later.
What you're about to do takes place at the same time as us.
Yeah.
Because we were doing it. So, did me and Z find a nice jeweler shop?
Yeah, you've actually found several in a row, really, and they're all claiming to have the best gemstones in Folons.
How many?
I wanna,
How many are there?
Huh?
How many?
3.
3?
let's go into shop number 1. That's a D4.
That's a reroll.
That's not how.
Yeah, number 1.
We enter shop number
1?
1.
Okay. As you enter, there's a halfling there wearing really quite fine clothing, and he
Wow, you're wearing quite fine clothing.
Yeah. he looks at Z as he says this in a very mocking voice. He says, "What did you just say?"
I was talking to my Frederick bud here.
"What is a rabbit carcass doing in my establishment?" "What do you call carcass?" "You." "No, wait. It's talking." And he turns and stares at a very large diamond for a second. "Sorry, I just needed to clear my thoughts. What was that?"
That's a very
No,
large
guys,
shop.
guys sell some gems.
"So, some gem. Sure. Let me inspect them."
Okay, well, I have a translucent brown one with some gold flakes in it,
Ah, okay.
and I have an opaque blue with green.
Okay. So,
Some green, you know.
yeah. I'm seeing what you're saying.
Here they are.
And he's going to pull out a fairly large thing of glass, and he's gonna hold it up to his face and just kind of stare at them for a second. And he says, "I'll give you 20 apiece." Gold. He says that he'll give you 20 apiece.
30.
No, I'm afraid they're not that valuable, sir.
Try to persuade him.
Yeah, I'll let you roll a persuasion real quick.
Sure, yeah.
Huh?
I'm gonna tap out.
You're gonna tap out? Okay.
Move on to the next jeweler.
I'd like
Okay.
to go to the counter.
Okay. Huh?
I'd like to go to the counter.
So as you finish conducting your dealings with this man and are heading towards the exit, Rin enters, or rather walks up to the counter and begins speaking to this halfling.
Oh, that.
This halfling kind of glances down and says, "A few copper supposed to impress me?"
No, but the gem I have here, Knight. And I pull out the opaque blue gem.
Opaque blue.
Yeah.
He pulls out a slightly larger thing of glass than before, and takes this gem from your hand and holds it up, looks towards the light a little bit, looking for seemingly any imperfections. And he asks, Where might you have found this gem?
That's for me to know and you not to.
I need to know, sir,
Why is that?
because I recognize this gem.
I found it out in my adventures.
He says this, and he goes, no, I mean this in the sense that I recognize it from the books that I used to study jewelry. I've never seen one within Regisan before.
I was very lucky to chance upon it. What kind of gem is it, if you don't mind me asking?
I do believe this is a sapphire.
A sapphire.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take out the opaque black one as well. Could you check this one out as well? See if you recognize this.
This is a worthless rock, a hunk of obsidian, and he throws it behind him.
One gold piece.
I'll write that back, please.
He's okay, and he kicks it around the counter to you. He doesn't even want to come in contact with this worthless rock.
I'll pick it up and put it in my pocket. How big is the gem?
I mean, it's not very large. It would fit inside of a watch face, really.
Oh,
A
really?
smaller
That's
watch
small?
face. Yeah.
Oh, they're so really tiny.
Like
Oh,
the
I thought it was
size
like
of
I thought it was good for this size.
No.
thing. How much would this? How much would
Yes,
this?
this size to
I don't know.
rich.
Exactly. That's what I was hoping. How much would this sell for?
I'll give you 17 for the sapphire.
I don't think that's very fair, my good sir. You haven't
That's a
seen any of
fairly
these,
small sapphire, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's quite rare. Think of how much you can sell this for.
If I wanted sapphire, I'd travel to Spain.
Yeah, but how long would the travel take? What would your traveling fees be?
Only half as much as a true sapphire.
But you would have to pick up a sapphire from this way. That would be extra costs.
And then I'd have a right proper sapphire.
I have a right proper sapphire, but would you have someone buy it?
He very clearly stumbles and he's confused. He doesn't really know where he's going with this.
I don't know where you're going with this.
And by that, I mean the DM doesn't know where he's going with
And
this.
I have
He started
other
talking
doors
about
that I could go
Spain.
to.
And he has no clue why he brought Spain into it. They're more common in Benini, not Spain.
Wow, what an idiot. This Judah doesn't even know his stuff.
Should I be selling this into Spain? Or should I be selling this in Benini? Where should I be going with this? Do you want the gem? What price? You're not going to find any of these anytime soon.
I'll give you 22 gold pieces.
30.
24.
25.
No.
25.
No.
25.
No.
Well, there's two other Judahs right by him. You can sell them.
I can go to either of your neighbors.
Feel free to rob them of their gold. You won't rob me.
Shoot him a wing.
It's just a man who can't even bargain properly.
No.
He already upped it from 17 to 24. He was
That's
already
a big
willing to
increase.
fork over
Horatio.
7 more gold
Can I
pieces.
roll to persuade him for the 25?
Go for it.
That is a 18.
Okay, that's gonna succeed. As you say one final time. So what do you say? 25? And the halfling, very reluctantly, it seems as though he's very conflicted, says, okay. And he just kind of tosses some gold out of his pocket at you and takes the gem from you.
I'll catch
Puts
it.
it behind the counter.
Put it in my pocket. I'll come back to you if I find anything else.
He says, please don't.
Pleasure doing business with you.
It was a horrible time.
My little one. And I leave the store with a cat-like grace in my step.
As you leave, you realize that because he tossed coins at you, you didn't actually catch all of them. You caught like 4.
Alright, I'm gonna go back and put the rest off the floor.
Okay, so as you come back and pick them up, he's just looking down on you. Who's the small one now?
Smack him.
You're gonna smack him?
Smack him.
Okay, he's gonna look at you just appalled that you would do something like that within his own fine establishment, and he's gonna take his large gem and go into the back room, close the door.
Do I have all my money now?
You do, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, go to the next door. I'll try to make it quick.
Yes, you can.
25.
Yes.
So,
I'm gonna walk in.
Okay. As you enter, an elven man stands there in relatively normal clothes, carrying himself with an air of confidence, but not arrogance, I wouldn't say. And he says, he says, "Oh, how can I help you today, sir?"
I want to sell gems.
That tends to be what I'm here for.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, and might I ask your name?
I'm Frederick.
I didn't mean you.
Oh, me. I'm Z.
Okay, and why is there a rabbit on your shoulder?
He's my companion.
And why can it talk?
He's alive.
I've never met a talking rabbit before.
You haven't looked hard enough.
A fair point. So, might I see these gems you're looking to sell?
Sure. Here's a translucent brown one that has some gold flakes, and here's an opaque blue and green one.
Okay. As he takes these gems from you, he kind of spins them around in his hand a little bit. He tests their weight, holds them up to the light, sees how the light goes through them, watches reflections, and says, "Oh, these are some mighty fine gems. I'll give you 25 gold for the blue and green one, and I'll give you a nice 30 for this brown one."
I'll take it.
You'll take it. Well, it has been a pleasure doing business with you. Would you like to browse any of my fine wares? Maybe there's a lovely lady in your life.
You have some nice rings.
I do have some nice rings. What are you looking for, might I ask?
Where'd you cut the drip? What?
What gender is the
Huh?
What gender is the shopkeeper?
Man.
Okay.
So, what are you looking for, sir?
Just like, I don't know, a nice ruby ring.
Oh, ruby. Oh, that'll be quite nice. And what would you like the band to be made out of? Silver and ruby. A mighty fine choice, I must say.
Silver and sapphire go better together.
Now,
I already forgot how much gold he gave me.
Pokemon
he gave you 55.
Okay.
So as he takes out this silver band with a fairly small ruby inlaid in it, he says, "Now this I just received nigh a week and a half ago, and it is quite a beautiful piece of jewelry. What do you think?"
Pretty cool, I like it. It's pretty cash money, bro.
I haven't quite heard this way of speech before.
You'll catch on.
Okay. Are you a trendsetter?
Yeah.
You've got all the hip new speeches.
Kiddos, yeah.
Yeah, with the youths.
Yeah, and the hoverboards.
What?
A pair of wooden skates, people call.
Okay. Makes sense, yeah. So, what would you offer for this fine ring?
Lowball the fuck out of it.
18 gold pieces.
Now, I must say, that is a very insulting offer. I mean, truly, what do you think you're getting at? Do you think you're getting
A ring?
Do you think you're getting a pile of mud? Do you think you're getting a tree?
I
You think you're
I
getting a
did so
wood?
much for
A
that
staff? No. This is a fine ring, crafted within the wilds of Volos.
much. 1,000 copper pieces.
I'm going to have
That's
to
way
decline
less.
your offer.
Ask him what the market price is.
Yeah, like, what do they actually sell for? What do you usually sell?
This ring with this level of craftsmanship, the detail and the etchings, really, I'd say this is, at minimum, 95 gold pieces.
That's goddamn
Ah! Have you seen the etchings? Take a closer look, won't you?
Fred is just gonna eat the ring.
Oh! So this, the shopkeeper, as he holds out the ring for you to take a closer look, Frederick just lunges in and bites this ring out of the felt that it's in, and the shopkeeper is just gonna stand there. I mean, he must be in shock.
Just try to walk
He
out.
just received this ring, and a rabbit, a talking rabbit, ate it. His mouth is open. He's just staring at Frederick.
Like a chicken getting seed.
You just drop 18 gold and just walk out.
As you drop the gold, the shopkeeper, he's just still staring where Frederick was, not even looking at where you're going. Just his mouth is open. He's blinking slowly. He can't believe what he just saw, and you just leave the store in peace. And you have a net profit and a mighty fine ring.
Or can resell it. Frederick.
Go to the next door.
Are you entering the third jeweler?
Hey, before you can sell it, you have to get Frederick to take a shit.
Yeah.
That's
Or
true.
barf. Can I introduce him to barf?
Is Frederick?
No.
No?
No.
You have to wait for him to slump your fist
Yo.
down.
Is Frederick bulimic?
Or did Frederick just hold it in his mouth?
Is Frederick?
Oh, he swallowed it. I heard.
Oh, okay.
You heard him swallow. Yeah.
Can I look around for like is
Well,
there a
give him
general
the Heimlich.
goods store around here?
Yeah, there are
Okay,
probably
can I
20 merchants down the street.
Can I
Sure,
enter
do you
a
want
general goods store? Can I
Yeah,
enter
of course.
Okay. Can I enter
Give him
the
a
store?
Heimlich like a
Yeah.
child.
Okay. I'd like to go up to the counter of the store. Who do I see at the counter?
At the counter, you're going to see a fairly tall, say, dragonborn woman.
Nice to meet you.
What's it to you?
Okay, it's just like we need people I have something for sale.
Okay.
You're the one that
Dragon
paid.
glass.
Dragon glass.
Dragon glass.
I would say I have, considering I'm a dragonborn.
Would you care to part with some coin or a junk?
You don't think a dragon can make dragon glass anytime she wants?
You could. It would be a lot more work though.
Would it?
No, it wouldn't.
Have you ever made dragon glass?
No, I'm not a dragon.
So how would you know?
I would guess it would be a lot of work.
It's really not. Would you care to enter my back room
What for?
to see my collection of dragon glass?
No, that's alright. I think I'll try to find another vendor who isn't as smart as you.
You better.
Okay, I'm gonna leave and go to the next store.
The next store is a male dragonborn.
I'm gonna leave and go to the next one.
Yeah, as you leave, the male, he goes, huh, and turns away to the customer he was helping. As you enter another store, I assume?
Yeah.
Yeah, as you enter another store. Now you're going to see just an average human man. That's it.
I would like to walk up to the counter.
Okay, as you walk up to the counter, you see him kind of staring at the wood, and as you approach, he glances up at you and says, "Well, hi! How might I help you today?"
Oh, hi there, good sir. I was wondering, would you be interested in a dragon glass?
Dragon glass? That sounds mighty interesting.
It's quite interesting. It's a foreign item.
A foreign item?
Fetch you a high price.
Where does it come from?
It comes from the land of Spain.
To Spain? Now that's a mighty place. I've heard tale.
Shores of Spain. Covered in dragon glass, they say.
Really? Have you been?
I have.
Oh, how was it?
It was a very nice trip. Nice
Ah.
beaches.
Nice beaches?
Nice beaches.
Can you cut deception? He's making this bullshit up.
Huh? No, this guy is just really dumb. This shopkeep is just, he's dumb.
I'm gonna place it on the place the obsidian on it. Just a dragon glass. Tougher than iron, they say, harder than steel.
Tougher than iron and harder than steel?
Yes.
Those seem fairly similar statements, really.
They are.
So, I'm a little confused. You said the shores were covered in dragon glass, so how did you get this?
Had to sneak in, mix them off, and then escape away in the shadows.
So they're guarding all of the beaches of Spain?
Yes. Not all of the beaches. I might have over-exaggerated a little. My apologies to you, my good sir. Some of the beaches are known for being covered in dragon glass. It's what they make their weapons out of in Spain. Seeing as it is so durable and sharp.
Wouldn't Spain's military have more pressing matters in their border with the Darklands?
See, that's why they have this. It makes great weapons against the Dark Ones.
Ah, I see.
Have you heard of the White Walkers the Darklings have? Terrifying beings made of living ice.
I have heard of all tales of the Darklands, and there's no mention of White Walkers. You
You
said
haven't seen enough. They're a very ancient tribe.
as you are talking with this shopkeep, someone comes out of the back room, and it's just what he says. Joe, what did I tell you about helping customers? And the shopkeep goes, I'm sorry. And he kind of hangs his head and walks into the back room. And this new shopkeep comes out and says, "What are you doing with my brother?
I was trying to do business with him, I guess.
He's not the owner of this shop. He doesn't know how to conduct business."
I didn't know who he was. I just wanted to use the shop, and he was there to help.
Yeah, it's not your issue. It's really, I've talked to him. Really, it's yeah, I tell ya. So what are you here for?
I'm trying to sell this dragon glass here.
Dragon glass. Well, where'd you happen upon it?
Beaches in Spain. And small deposits that wash up on the beaches.
Really fascinating. I haven't heard about this.
Yeah, it's a very garden secret.
Ah, interesting. Well, how much would you want for it?
20 gold pieces, would that be too much?
20? I don't know. You might have to throw in a favor.
What's the favor?
As you see passers-by on the street, tell them to come on down to Joe Schmo's General Goods.
Of course I will, my good friend. Thank you very much.
Right? And he hands you a 20 gold piece and takes the obsidian from you. Says, I expect some clients in here soon.
I'll try to send as many as I can.
Okay. And as you conduct that business, you hear Joe kind of just crying in the back room, very faintly. The door's closed, and he's very clearly torn up that he made that mistake again.
Wait, the owner, Joe? Or
No, the owner is Schmo.
Oh, okay.
The brother is Joe.
Did you,
Joe.
as a DM, did you like what I did there?
Okay, it was interesting, I must say. It was a good idea to cut back on the blatant deception. That was good.
No, I meant the part about the blatant deception. Did you like that?
Oh, I did not like that, no.
You didn't like the
You
Game
took
of
advantage of
Thrones.
an innocent shopkeep.
You didn't like the Game of Thrones.
And they're not. White Walkers are not in the world of Deoria. How would you even come up with them? You're breaking continuity, man.
No, but I wasn't gonna actually scam the intelligent one.
Okay.
I was gonna get as much as I
In,
could off the dumb
In any case, we're going to go back and see what Ost is up to. I'll say a few hours have passed, and it's reasonable to assume that your dagger is sharpened.
Well,
Okay, I'm gonna
well,
go pick that up real quick.
Okay. As you come back, the blacksmith says, "Well, here's that dagger you requested, sharpened, polished, back to."
Thank you so much, and I'll hand them the 4 gold.
All right, he takes this gold gratefully and hands you the dagger, naturally hilt first. Says, "Have a great rest of your day, sir."
I assume there's like a sheet on it.
No, there's not.
Okay, whatever, that's fine.
Hopefully, like,
I don't need a sheet. That's
Yeah,
fine.
it's old, it's used. That's
Right,
fine.
yeah, that's fine.
That, yep.
And can I ask him a way to like any like general merchants, like just a line of shops?
Yeah, he says, so, down here, the Silent, we don't really have many storefronts. You'd have to go up to Merchantville for that. You go, just take the path right on through the green, right through Town Square, and, directly ahead will be Merchantville.
I'm gonna go that way then and say thank you again.
Alright. So as you're, strolling through the green,
Are there any flowers that aren't bloomed yet?
No.
If there's,
they're all very well groomed and bloomed.
Can I start heading towards the armor after I leave Josh's?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you arrive in Merchantville and you go to the armor.
Wouldn't I bump into him on the way?
No. He's coming from a different area than you guys did. So
On the way, I am advertising, of course.
Okay.
I want to find Armory at some point.
okay, I'm gonna say you two go together because you were with him at the time of the jewelers, and you just kind of walked with him to the general store. So as you go and find a general store, huh?
Does he advertise with me?
I don't know. Does he?
Joe Schmo's convenience store? No,
General
Joe Schmo's
goods?
General goods.
Maybe.
Okay.
It's not. Sure.
So Ost, as you approach a line of what appear to be general merchandise stores, really, they have varying names, all fairly common. Nothing of note. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna just go into the first one, kind of closest to me.
Okay. When you enter a shopkeep, a human will say, "Hi, how may I help you today?"
Hi, so I have a few things I want to purchase. Can you just tell me if you have them in stock?
Will do, of course.
Do you have any rope in your shop?
I do, yes. Hempen rope, okay?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Can I have like 50 feet of that?
Let me check. He goes and rummages around on some of the shelves near him, and he says, "It would appear we have that much rope for you."
How much
Yeah.
would that be?
That'll be 4, 5 gold pieces. 5,
That's a lot for him.
1 gold piece.
Okay. 3, 4, 5. It's not that expensive unless I go silk. And
I don't have the equipment memorized.
Me neither.
I don't have the price.
Me neither.
So I'm really making that up. 1 gold piece for that.
Sure. I'll hand it over. Do you have any fishing line?
I'm afraid not.
Do you have any bells?
Bells? I do. I have a nice silver bell right here.
How many do you have?
1, I'm afraid.
Okay. For just a silver piece, 2 silver pieces.
I'd say 3 silver pieces.
Okay. I'm gonna hand that over. Do you have any colored candles?
Colored candles. I have. I have red wax, but I have no flame that would be colored. No.
I just need what shape is the wax in?
A cylinder.
Oh yeah. Can I just take that then?
Yeah, that'll be 1 silver piece.
Do you have any signal
Whistles, I'm afraid not.
scroll tubes?
Scroll tubes. That would probably be over in the cane section.
Okay, thanks for telling me that. Do you have any tongs?
Pythons? Pythons, I have, it looks like 3 or 4 in stock here.
Can I take them?
Yeah, of course. 2 silver pieces.
Do you have a
Just
hammer?
making stuff up. A hammer? I'll give it to you with the Pythons.
Oh, thanks so much. Do you have any blocking tackles?
I'm afraid not.
Okay, thank you. And I'm just gonna leave and go
Okay.
to the next one.
Which store did you go to by any chance?
Oh, he went to Joe Schmo's General Goods.
Nice.
Joe Schmo's
General
General
Goods?
Goods?
Yeah, he went to Joe Schmo's General Goods.
This is a very big if we ever make shitty merch, you know how Schlatt did Schlatt & Co? We gotta do Joe Schmo's General Goods.
I like it. We're gonna do that someday. Yeah.
Actually, I would do that.
We'll do that. Yeah.
Or like bully
We'll
walks.
talk about merch.
I mean, bullywogs are cool.
Like
Yeah.
the frog
Hey,
people.
merch.
Bullywogs are frog people.
Yeah, it's like Chuck E. Cheese, but the mascot's a frog, and there's like a ring in the middle where kids fight.
That's
Is
cool.
it me and Logan? It's sort of different, like big D&D thing. I know.
No,
It's been like
perish.
It's been like half an hour.
Yes.
Someone said a word. Who cares?
Yeah, I'm working on circling back to you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, Chuck E. Cheese, Bull E. Wogs.
Yes. Okay, so yeah, as you enter the next door, the shopkeep is just going to be a fairly standard gnome woman, and as you hand her the list of things you're looking for, she goes, "We've got all of this. I'm afraid we only have around 10 feet of fishing line at the moment. Is that okay with you?"
Yeah, that's great.
Perfect. For all of this, I'll say I'll charge you 10 silver pieces.
Okay.
A very respectful elf, I must say.
Do you have any bells?
Bells? Yes, that's on the list you gave me.
Just one of them.
One of them? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Price?
I said I'd give you everything on your
Oh,
list for 15 silver pieces.
Oh, but you said 10.
Did I?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 15 silver pieces.
Okay.
I love not having prices memorized.
Great.
Yeah.
And
Thanks.
this is why we're low budget D&D.
Thank you so much.
Also, the
Name.
shitty camera call
Name.
and audio.
That is correct, yeah.
Name. Thank
Huh?
you very much, name of person, shopkeeper. Bye.
Yeah. Have a good day.
That's an interesting name. Should mother do that name?
Wait,
You're
they
not
have
there.
bags of flour?
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, so Logan and Colin, where are you guys going?
So you said there's like what, 2 more armories or something?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
I'll go into the closest one because I think it just exited the heavy.
As he is doing
Yep.
that, I would like to approach a passerby
Mhm.
and ask, "Excuse me, do you happen to know if there's any libraries around here?"
Libraries? I haven't seen any offhand, but if they're anywhere, they'd be over in the Canes.
Alright, could you direct me in that direction?
Yeah, so just travel west along this road for a little while, and eventually you'll hit fork, and you'll take the right-hand fork. It'll curve around to the left, and before you know, you'll be in the Canes.
Gucci, bro.
Yeah.
I'd like to go that way.
Okay.
And I'm gonna assume that Logan's character saw where I was going.
No, Logan's character is going into a shop.
Alright.
So, Logan, as you enter,
Do I see Vinny when I exit?
Huh?
Do I see Vinny when I exit? Okay, I'm just gonna walk down the street, see if I can see Vinny.
so Vinny, as you enter the armory, there's a hooded figure, not really displaying anything about themselves, and in a very strange voice goes, what are you looking for today?
Looking for some like stuff of leather, sir.
Leather, leather. I've got a selection of that.
Yeah, nicest pair.
Nicest.
Nicest one. How much would that be?
Nicest pair of studded leather, that'd be 20 gold pieces.
5 gold pieces. All right, I can do that.
I fucked that up. It's not
It's
20, it's
45.
50. 50 for the nicest.
Okay, well.
I looked at leather instead of stud leather, and I increased leather.
I know, it's like
And then I went, oh, I looked at the wrong armor. Yeah, it'll be 50.
And is this just an armory, or do they have weapons?
Just a.
Oh, and then I would like to take off my leather armor and then put on the stuff. Oh wait, I'm gonna guess I might just got something.
Yes.
So take off my leather armor, put on my studded leather, and then I'll how much you want this leather for?
A little bit beat up. I'll take it for 7.
Alright, I'll do that.
Alright. So he takes, he gives you 7, and takes the leather from you, and brings it to the back room and starts touching it up.
And then I'll just leave.
Yeah. Alright, so Abdul, you were going to the Canes, right?
Yes, I am.
Was anyone else going to the Canes? I forget.
No, it was me and Abdul were together, and he branched off. I went to this thing.
Okay.
So we're both
Okay.
Unless you throw it or unless you're
So-
armor.
Huh?
Great armor.
Yeah, so as you're
Oh,
wandering Merchantville, you'll eventually stumble across a few armories.
Does one look like it has medium armor supply, or do I really not know?
Oh, it really looks like all of them have a fairly wide selection.
Alrighty.
4, we'll say.
I choose number 2
Number 2, okay. As
From
you
the left.
enter,
from the left.
okay, as you enter Shitsko Armor,
So I'm not going down there.
as you enter Shitsko Armor,
I think I can read the sign that says Shitsko Armor.
as you enter, the shopkeep perks up. This fairly short human, he perks up
Is it
and goes,
arms?
"You're the first customer I've had in days. How can I help you?"
Hey, I'm looking for medium armor.
Medium armor. What could you be looking for? Some scale? Maybe some chain. Would you like some chain?
You like chains?
Can I ask for the stats in this guy or no?
Hide armor is 12 plus dex, max plus 2. Chain is 13 plus dex. Scale is 14 plus dex, and you get disadvantage on stealth. Breastplate is 14 plus dex, and half plate is 15 plus dex, and you get disadvantage on stealth.
True. So scale's the highest with no dis
Half plate is the highest,
with
with
no dis.
disadvantage. The highest without disadvantage is breastplate, 14 plus dex, and no
Or you
disadvantage.
can take the feat of heavy armor master and you not take this. Actually, I don't know if it's for. I don't know. It's for medium armor.
Wait, why'd you get this name? Why'd you pick this name?
Because you went into shop number 2.
No,
And
no, I'm
it's
talking
funny.
to the keeper.
Oh! are you insulting my name?
No, I'm interested.
It's my name.
Oh, okay.
My family's namesake.
Shits and go.
That's why we don't get customers. Everyone immediately assumes that we're a lot of hooligans.
If the store is called Shits and Co., does that mean that his name is the Shits?
Yes.
Bro, he's in the shits.
Well, Mr. Shits.
I quite respect the name.
Good. I respect you.
Hi, my name is Shits. Shits a lot.
And that rabbit on your shoulder.
Yes? Sir Shits a lot.
Wasn't that rabbit just on your shoulder? How's it on your hand?
He kind of hops around
Okay,
like a
okay.
rabbit does.
Yeah, as a rabbit does. Okay.
Yeah.
So what are you looking for?
Some of that breast stuff.
Breast. A
My
breastplate, you
Yeah,
said.
that one.
Okay, that'll be 430 gold pieces.
I go last minute first.
No!
Family tradition.
You sure?
I'm shits and I'm shits and cum. My dad shits and piss.
Oh, fuck, you're right.
The mom is
Yeah, and real quick, we are gonna have to wrap it up pretty quick
Can
here.
I roll for Frederick to shit?
Huh?
Can I roll for Frederick to shit?
Sure. Frederick shits.
Oh, okay. Do I see the ring?
Yes,
Can I pick up the ring and quick polish it off with my clothes because I don't care?
for sure.
Okay. See this nice little ruby ring?
Yes, I do.
See how nice these engravements are?
I do. It's really such fine craftsmanship.
Yeah. Let's say this.
You drive a hard bargain. Throw in 50 gold of your own and it's the deal.
30.
45.
30.
45.
31.
45.
You said Frederick has a Bard of Inspiration, right?
That is correct.
Can Frederick see?
Go for it.
What should I just
That D20
flat?
deception.
And
Yeah,
you add
flat
D6
with bardic
on top of
inspiration.
that, I think.
What?
You added
You
D6
added
on top of
D6
it.
on top of it.
Mod. What is Frederick's mod?
Nothing, it's flat.
Yeah. 18.
Okay, that's gonna succeed. And the shopkeeper's gonna say, okay, 31 gold, and that nice ring, and the breastplate's yours.
Sweet. Here.
Okay, as you walk out with the breastplate, the shopkeep takes the ring and brings it back behind his counter.
Can I
And,
just say, he just watched him wipe the shit off of it, and then traded
Oh, no,
it
he
for
was
something
staring at the
worth,
door
like
at the moment.
400 gold.
he was staring at the door at the moment.
what's the name
See, I
of
could
the
get a lot
cyst
more
that
money
you
out of
get
that.
on your butt? It's like
Oh my
it
God.
goes
If
away.
you're thinking about
It goes
going
away.
to
Stop.
It's not herpes.
I just want to get
Let's-
stuff
let's
done.
not.
Not.
Yeah.
That's the mom's name. Shits in. No, what I forget.
Regardless,
Can I get a garden?
Gardens?
And just spend my time there and then go back to the inn.
yeah. So as
Great.
Oz travels to the gardens to relax for the rest of the day, and then return to the inn, I'm assuming everyone else
I need to go to
finishes
the
up their
doctor,
shopping,
Yeah.
gets everything they need, and
I'm gonna cast Goodberry and give it to everybody.
everyone
I'll give 2 to Frederick.
everyone gets all of the rest of the shopping they need and all of the enlightenment
learning
they
knowledge.
need, and as they all return to the inn at the end of the day,
I'd like to
they
research
feel
the
they feel
the
better.
city
They've
and the
received
surrounding
new
regions.
weapons, new armor, and they're ready to continue their
Thanks
adventures.
for that good berry.
As
joke.
as Ost and Vinny do a very strange hand clasp and chest chest pat. Everyone around the inn kind of like looks at them for a second, and then goes back to eating their dinner. And yeah. So you all are gathered back at the inn. Is there anything you'd like to do before you turn in? Any clarifications of any further shopping you guys did that we didn't
Can I ask
talk
Tom if
about?
I can get a tankard of his, or like just a cup of his, freaking,
Wait, what time?
keg of ale?
What do you say?
Is it dark out yet?
Yeah, I'm saying it's
Let's
getting
get
dark.
wasted in Colin's room.
After I
Yeah.
get my
I mean,
hand
Mr. Jafar.
Take your room free, sir, now.
As you
First come, first
shout,
served.
Kegger Room 3, starting now, a bunch of the patrons will begin flocking towards your room, and it's shouts, it's a chorus of laughter, and soon there will be drunken rambling coming from Room 3.
I want to return to my room and begin
That is your room.
serving. Yeah, I know. I'm saying I'm going there.
All right, is anyone? Is the rest of the party gonna
I'll
join
follow
them?
him.
I'm gonna
Hey,
go
party
up
time.
to my room and get a good night's sleep. You know,
I'll
I'm gonna join him at the Rachel.
I'll go for like one like cup of ale and then leave.
fill me up, Daddy.
Okay.
You talking
So,
about me?
Hey, Z.
I'm
Hey,
not
Z.
drinking any. I'm just going to sit in the corner and take notes on what these drunken people are doing.
Perfect.
Hey, Z.
Okay.
How alcohol affects their body.
Yes. Okay.
Hey, Z.
So,
Alcohol.
as you all are winding down for the day, enjoying a good night's rest or the effects of a kegger, you all have a good rest of your night, and the world fades to black in a very cinematic fashion, and that'll
finally awakened.
and that concludes episode 3 of Low Budget D&D. Next episode, our heroes will well, I don't know what they'll do. We'll have to wait and see. You'll have to come back for episode 4 to find out.
What my hero will do, and it's your mother.
And on that note, join us next time on Low Budget D&D. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and have a good rest of your day, guys.